I'd love to finish on this concept of purpose. It's something you talk a lot about, and maybe it's for men, maybe it's for everybody, but I think you're really big into people finding their purpose and then going into the fear and then putting in the work. And it's something that you talk about a lot. I get your Instagram stories in the morning where you're always driving through the dark. I didn't realize you trained at that time.
Yeah.
I just thought you were a madman like Jocko. But you wake up and you always put these inspirational messages over the front of your car driving, and they're really powerful. But can you talk about that? And is this something that took you a while to learn, or is it something you've always known?
I learned very young that I didn't have an education in the way that other people did, so I couldn't use that as a shield, you know, a university degree. So I learned that hard work equaled something. And my mum taught me that, working in sales taught me that, commission only, you know, hard work equals something. So what is it you want? And so in the early stages of trying to achieve something, you give yourself a smaller goal than you would later on in life. And if you can achieve that smaller goal, you can prove to yourself you can do it, and then you can increase that goal later on. But if you're just selling to make money, it won't last. So there has to be a reason behind it. So if I said, you know, I need to sell $100 million worth of investments this year so that I can make $10 million so that I can buy myself a big fat house, okay, it hasn't got, there's no energy that goes with that, okay? But if I've got to sell $100 million this year to make $10 million so that I can invest $9 million in building a new school for the children in Kathmandu, get out of my way, because I'm unstoppable, right. Okay? And so, but there's also within me, there's a winning mentality. So if I give you two options, option number one, you earn $200,000 and you come second in a competition for the year. Option number two is you earn $100,000 and you come first. So $200,000 and you come second, or $100,000 and you come first. I want the $100,000 because I need to win. Lots of people I know are like, yeah, but there's twice as much money coming second. No, I'm not interested in that one, because winning really matters to me. Okay, I don't know why, but there's something about me. It's just like all these years I was never a winner as a kid, and so then to go and become a winner at something, you know, find my kind of genius, whatever it may be, that then meant I could be acknowledged for being somebody. I was somebody. I was recognised. So there's instinctively part of me. I really believe, period, that if you have no mission and no purpose in life, you go nowhere. Now, it doesn't have to be anybody else's mission, and it doesn't have to be anybody else's purpose. It's just what you decide, and that can change. But if you get up every day and you don't know where you're going, how will you get there? If you wake up every day and you don't know what your journey is, how will you fulfill yourself? So for me, there has to be a mission. Now, it could be a mission that we share. So let's say you and I were business partners. It could be our mission. So it doesn't have to be my mission, okay? And we could have our own responsibilities within that goal and objective, okay? And we work at it together. And sometimes it's more fun to have other people to do that. We're all working on the same thing together, going in the same direction, because we're going to hit that goal. So with my businesses, we have a 3-year period of where we need to get the business to a certain valuation so that we can sell the business. Everybody that has shares in the business is incredibly aligned with me, because we're all working towards the same thing. Now, some of them want their money for certain things, you know, they want to buy the fat house. Some of them are motivated by that. I know if I'm able to sell the company for what I can sell it for, I'm going to build a school. I'm able to build the other things I want to build as well, to help the people I want to build. And so it's very mission-led for me. And then I've got something to be excited about. And most people on the planet have none of that. Right. They are just enoughers. They're journeymen. They just exist. They go through the motions. They live their life. They have their 1 or 2 holidays a year. They're paying for their semi-detached house in South London. Okay, they've got a 25-year mortgage. They're paying, you know, tax on their salary, and it's just like, what is it for? If you work for a company and you're not self-employed, then sit down with your boss and say, how do I get to the next step? Tell me what I've got to do to get there. How long is it going to take, and what have I got to achieve to get there? Give me something to focus on. Give me something to get excited about. Give something so I can have hope. And I just find that most people just don't live in that world. They live in that life of mediocrity. It's like, why do you want mediocrity? I'm 55. Okay, I still feel 25, but I'm 55. I'm going to be dead in 35 years. It's like I'm not here for very long. Imagine getting to the end of your life and going, yeah, it was all right. You know, imagine getting to the end of your life and having like a Carl Pilkington type of feeling towards it. It's just like, yeah, it was all right. And it's like, what was the point of that? Your kids, okay, when they're small because they don't understand, you're the hero, okay? But when your kids are adults, you still want to be their hero. You want them to be able to talk about you to their friends about what their dad does and how well he does it and the lives he's changed or the people he's impacted or the money, whatever it is that you're measuring it by. And a lot of people just don't get that. And also, as we get older, people give up. It's like, what are you giving up for? Like people say, you're 55 years old. Yeah, I'm just getting started, you know. I'm 55. I've got so much more to do. I haven't achieved anything yet, really. Okay. When I've saved 1 million kids, maybe I can sit back and say, but until then, it's just like, get focused on what you want to be. And if that means you want to be the best baker in the world, be the best baker. If you want to be the best nurse in the world, if you want to be the best garbage man, be the best you can possibly be. Because nothing but positive comes from that. Even if you're recognised as the best garbage man in the London borough of Tower Hamlets, you're still recognised for something. And that recognition will mean that you matter. And whilst we don't need to be reminding ourselves all the time that other people should determine whether we matter, there's nothing bad that comes from someone saying, I'm impressed with you, well done, hat taken off, respect. Because it just feels good. And what do we want to be? Happy. And if we want to be happy, we need to feel good. So for me, it's very simple.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside I view is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.